Hey guys, so in this video, I just wanted to tell you guys about finding out I was pregnant, like how my boyfriend and I reacted. So for starters, we are almost to 12 weeks. Let me show you my belly. Got a little, you can kind of see, or you can kind of tell, but not quite, but yeah. So we are almost at 12 weeks. I think around this upcoming Thursday will be at 12 weeks. Um, right now the baby has eyes and a nose and feet. I think the baby is like the size of a strawberry, a big strawberry if I'm not mistaken. And then around week 12 the baby will be like the size of a lime. It's so crazy to, like, I can't, it doesn't even feel that way. Like, I don't even feel pregnant. That's another thing. Like, the morning sickness these past few days, I have been perfectly fine. Like, I haven't had any morning sickness, thank God. I hope it continues because we're almost on week 12 and I just want the morning sickness to be over for good. But I know like later on there's gonna be other stuff like contractions and probably fatigue and stuff like that. So I probably should prepare for that and enjoy the moment while it lasts. But yeah, the baby is like a size of a strawberry right now. And the baby's digestive system is developing right now, I believe. The nail beds, fingernails, what else? The lips are coming in, eyes, nose. I think the ears are pretty much almost done like forming. It's so crazy to me because we're only like going on month 3 and I can't believe like how fast this is all happening. Like, it's so crazy to think. And then on top of that, like, I can't feel these things going on. Well, maybe there are some things that I feel, but like I don't realize it. But yeah, the baby's kind of quiet in there. But one thing that I did see that I thought was so crazy, which you guys missed this because I started my page like after my first ultrasound, and I actually cried at my first ultrasound because like I saw the baby's heartbeat and I was like, oh my gosh, it's so real. Like, the heart was beating hella fast. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so crazy. It was just so amazing to see. Like, I'm just like so blessed and grateful to be able to experience this, and I'm getting emotional to be able to be a mother. Like, I really appreciate it and I don't take it for granted because there's a lot of women out there that want to become mothers and they can't, or you know, like things happen and stuff. So like, I don't take this for granted and I feel really blessed and thankful. But yes, that's the update on the baby. I have an appointment on the 7th. I think I told you guys that's for like the blood test, to test, run tests on the baby and stuff, and also find out the gender. But I had told you guys we won't be finding out the gender, of course, because we're gonna be having a gender reveal. What do you guys think it's gonna be? Everybody tells me it's gonna be a boy. Like, I have not had one person tell me that they think I'm gonna have a girl. Like, everybody says, oh, you're a boy, blah 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 blah, but I'm hoping for a girl. I don't really care what I have, but I do want a girl, like, just to be able to like dress her up and have like twinsy outfits and like all of that cute stuff. But like, the thought of having a boy is cute too, because I feel nervous, like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to deal with boys. This is gonna be a struggle. Like, what do I do? Like, how do I get boys advice and stuff like that? Because, you know, us women, we understand women because we're women. So we can have certain conversations with women or even our daughters because we've been there and we understand. But like, I really don't know how to give like men or boys advice sometimes because like they're different than women. Like, I feel like some things we have in common, but like I feel like ultimately the way women and men think are different. So yeah, like, I kind of get nervous, like, oh my gosh, if I have a boy, like, I'm gonna have a lot of like figuring out to do, like, oh my gosh, am I doing this wrong? Is this the right advice? But his dad would also be around too, so I guess I wouldn't have to worry about that. But yes, let me stay on task and let's get to why we're here. So, my finding out I was pregnant story. So, I actually found out I was pregnant on Mother's Day, May 14th. That's crazy. So, prior to that, I kind of like forgot periods were a thing. I think like I was with somebody and they had mentioned like how they were supposed to be starting their period soon, and I was like, oh yeah, that is a thing. Mine is supposed to be coming soon as well. So I noticed like days had went by and mine didn't come, and I was like, so there's either two things that can be going on. I either have a baby on the way or my periods are just irregular. Because mind you, I had stopped taking my birth control like a few months before getting pregnant, because me and my boyfriend had actually talked about having a baby and stuff. And so I stopped taking my birth control pills, and I had to wait for my periods to start being normal again, because you know you can't really plan for a baby unless your body is like, or unless your periods are normal, you know, when they're gonna come, when you're ovulating and stuff like that. So yes, I stopped taking them. It took a few months for my periods to start being normal, but I wasn't expecting to get pregnant. We were kind of just like, oh, let's just let it happen naturally. But I was telling my boyfriend, like, I don't think you can really let it happen naturally, because there's certain days where you're more fertile and stuff. So we kind of have to plan it a little bit. So I looked at the little ovulation tracker and stuff, like once my period started becoming normal. And I was like, okay, between these 3 days, I think you're ovulating for 3 days, but to be safe, I was like, okay, between these like 10 days is when we need to get to work, get to business, try to conceive. So it turns out my plan worked, because that day, May 14th, when I decided to take that pregnancy test, oh my gosh, I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, we have a baby on the way. It seems like so surreal. Like, it seems like a dream, because well, having a baby is like our dream. Well, we want multiple kids, but I was telling my boyfriend, we'll see after this one, because that morning sickness, boo. But yeah, it seemed like so surreal. And so I had the test. I've never really been like a fan of like the whole like carrying around like a pregnancy test that you peed on. But I took it, and my boyfriend was in bed. I think he was on his phone or something. So I walked up to the bed and I had the pregnancy test behind my back, and he was like, what's going on? And I just stood there like kind of awkwardly, like smiling. And he was like, what is it? Tell me. And I just stood there smiling. And then he was like, what is it? Tell me. And so I finally showed it to him, and he was like, like, he was so happy and excited. He was like, wow, I can't believe it. We actually did it. Like, we're gonna be parents. And like, so dramatic. But yeah, till this day, he like always remembers that date. Like, the other day, he was like, yeah, once I found out that news on the 14th, I was so excited, and I was like, yeah, I gotta make some stuff happen for our family. And I was like, oh, he remembered the day. How cute. So yeah, that's our little story of finding out that we were pregnant. We're both really happy and excited, and of course gonna keep you guys updated on the journey. I think I've been posting pretty consistently so far. And thank you to those of you that have been watching. And of course, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, or even leave feedback. And I'll see you guys next time.